all day for us, and we are getting the train to Busan. Hopefully no zombies. As usual, we're not very prepared, so we didn't book this far enough in advance to get an earlier train, so we're on the 6:30 p.m. which will arrive in Busan at about 8:30, because it is essentially a national holiday today to commemorate the end of the war between North and South Korea, and so the trains are all very, very full of people going to see their friends and family. And there is one just about to pull in or leave. I think that's that squeaking sound. So a couple of things that we've done today that might be useful to anybody that's looking to book a train in South Korea. We booked it on the K-Rail website, which was easy, all in English, and we're getting the bullet train. So the difference in price and time between the bullet train and the standard train, that's the standard train, just pulling away. The standard train would have cost us around £100 for all four of us, and that would have taken 5.5 hours to go from Seoul to Busan. The bullet train takes 2.5 hours and was £200. So it's like half the time, double the price, essentially. We thought that extra £100 or extra £50 a person, no, £25 a person, sorry, was well worth it. So yeah, we're riding the bullet train for the first time ever. I don't know how it compares in speed to the Japanese bullet trains. I will have to try and find out. And it'll take us 2.5 hours to get there, and it leaves in 45 minutes. The other thing that we did today was to put our luggage in storage. Now, the Airbnb host that we stayed with was lovely, Mimi, who we'll put a link to her Airbnb in the comments. She actually has two. We stayed in one that was a little bit further away from the station. She also has one that's really near the station. She was lovely, and she's offered to hold 3 of our bags until we come back in a month's time. So we're going to be away for nearly 5 weeks, and she's going to hold her bags just at her place for all of that time for us, which has saved us around £350, which it would have cost us if we had to put them into storage here. We did check out the storage here. We checked out a company called Bounce Storage, which I guess they would have worked out was about £350 for 2 bags, and I assumed that it would be in like lockers or in a storage space, but no, the 2 that we looked at were just in coffee shops, and I think are probably intended more for short-term luggage storage, because they just kept the bags in the corner of the coffee shop. So I said to the guy, like, for 6 weeks you would keep them here? And he's like, yeah, like, just pointed to the corner of the coffee shop. So we didn't feel that good about that, so we decided to try and look for somewhere else. We asked her for recommendations, and she said she was happy just to have them. So thank you, Mimi. Saved us a lot of money, and I feel more secure knowing that they're in someone's home, even though we don't know Mimi very well. We're trusting her. She seems like a lovely person, and it's better than being in a random coffee shop and paying nearly £400 for the privilege. But we did put our bags for the day into storage here, so our smaller bags that we're taking with us to Japan, we put them in storage at Seoul Station on the ground floor, the metro floor. There was a tea luggage section where you can either take lockers. Now, I didn't look at the price of the lockers were too small for us, so you can go into the luggage area, where a very helpful man helped us measure up our bags. So our 3 backpacks were all small, and our 2 suitcases were classed as large, so they went in luggage storage for 4 hours, and it was about £2 for the small bags and £4 for the big bags, so 50p per hour if you needed more than 4 hours. So really not bad at all, and it meant that we didn't have to look everything around, because we had like 5-6 hours to kill while we were here. So well worth the money, and it was very secure, well handled, and there was no queue. So we dropped off very quickly, we picked up very quickly. Yeah, so I would definitely recommend that if you're traveling from Seoul Station and you have a little bit of time to kill and you don't want to carry your bags everywhere. So let's go and find our train. So it is exactly 6:13, and it seems to be departing dead on time. We discovered that the speed of this train is 190 miles per hour, which in comparison, because if you don't know, you don't know, and we didn't know, the average speed in the UK on like your normal train lines in the UK for long distance, like the Newcastle to London train, it's 125 miles an hour. So this is 190, which is obviously substantially faster. So we'll get some footage as we go along and let you know what it's like. But the train seats are very comfortable. We're just in standard class, not in first class. The seats recline by going forward a bit, so you're not disturbing the people behind you, and they have trays and footrests, and yeah, so far so good. We will update as we go along. The one thing we would say about this journey is get some snacks before you get on the train, because you can take anything you want on board. Meals, hot food, cold food, any kind of snacks. There is a vending machine on board, but it's a really small selection, and we went to it about an hour into the journey and most of it was sold out. So yeah, take anything you want on, stock up on whatever snacks and drinks that you like, or buy a meal at the train station before you get on board. The end of the journey came really quickly. The seats were super comfy and everything was on time. Now we're on our way in an Uber to find our Airbnb.